functioning. And that's what I want to talk about today is that law of homeostasis and how to stay in it. And it's a law, right? So we need to follow that law and make sure that we're putting the right things in our body so we can follow that law of homeostasis. And the amazing thing about the body is, so if we take a car and it needs fuel, right? It needs a certain amount of fuel. But if we put Coca-Cola in that car, is it going to run? No. But we can put Coca-Cola in our bodies and it's going to function. It may not be at its optimal level, but it's still going to clean what nutrients it can out of that Coca-Cola and it's still going to work. That's amazing. The body's amazing. It's always going to do the right thing every single time. And that's what we're going to talk about is just a couple hormones that remain or that keep the body in homeostasis, insulin and leptin. So I was in Atlanta last night. I flew in late last night, and I was at a chiropractic seminar and heard some amazing speakers. And I tell you what we're doing here at Yoli is right on track and doing the right things to transform his life. So one of the speakers was a doctor. She's French, Veronique Desjardins, something like that. I can't pronounce the last name, but amazing speaker, and her story was amazing. So she took care of thousands and thousands of people in her career, and she's in her late 60s now. But she got out of homeostasis, and she developed a serious illness. And she said, she decided I need to get back in homeostasis. And so she made these 7. She's world renowned in kind of female stuff that happens, diseases. And she made up this program. She called it the 7 steps or 7 essentials to better health. And guess what number 2 was? Nutrition. And she talked about balancing the pH, staying in homeostasis, fixing the gut, making sure that the gut is healthy, and not having leaky gut, not having GI symptoms. So that is huge, and that's what we do here. How many times have you heard Dr. Angie, Dr. Aaron, Dr. Ben talk about the gut, balancing your pH, keeping your body healthy in homeostasis? And so it was amazing to hear that. So last night I got a flight late into Pittsburgh, got in about midnight, and I was super tired. I got up at 5:30. We always do a workout at the seminar weekends, and I was exhausted. And I was like, the plane wasn't full. I had 2 seats open next to me, so I was like, yes, I'm going to nap. I'm going to get an hour nap because I can sleep on a plane like no other. And across the aisle, there was 3 seats that were full. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks for them. I get these 2 seats, and I'm going to lay down and take a nap. But before we take off, the kid in the middle jumps up and he goes, hey, dude, hey, can I sit next to you? It's a 24-year-old kid named Chad. And I was like, I suppose you can come over here. I wanted to sleep. But he started chatting me up, and we started talking. And so I asked him, I'm like, sure, tell me your story. So he tells me a story about his transformation, and it goes right to health. And so I'm sitting here listening. He hasn't asked me anything. And, I'm just asking questions. And he's like, yeah, I used to be 40 pounds heavier, and I've lost this weight. I went to Europe for a trip, and I started eating better. They eat better over there. And I started just feeling better. So I came back, and I really adopted more of a vegan lifestyle, really plant-based, and he pulls out a container of like walnuts and almonds and like all really good, really good food that he was snacking on. And I was like, that's awesome. So he tells me a story about I lost 40 pounds. And then he started going into, your body's got to stay alkaline. It cannot get acidic. If it gets acidic, he starts lecturing me. And if it gets acidic, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna have all these diseases. And you gotta keep your gut. There's mucus in your gut. If you get mucus in your gut, you're gonna be sick. So he's lecturing me on all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, that's awesome. I love it. And then finally he asked me, are you from Pittsburgh? He asked me all the questions. And I said, no, I'm actually gonna speak, and you just told me exactly what I'm gonna talk about. I invited him to come today, but so he lectured me on what I'm going to talk about today. And it's funny, God puts people in your path that need to be there. So I gotta see if I can run this thing. There we go. Okay, food hormones. We're gonna talk about insulin and leptin. Energy utilization. So we're gonna start with this one. How the body works when you have a carbohydrate, your blood sugar has to stay the same at all times. You have 4 to 5 grams, 1 teaspoon of sugar in your blood at one time, 16 to 20 kilocalories. The next bucket is glycogen. So the body stores glycogen in your liver and your muscle tissue. So if you have to run from the lion, that you can run and you have immediate energy. But then the next bucket is adipose or fat tissue. And that's where the body, like I said, the body has to stay in homeostasis. So if, in our country, our carbohydrate load, our sugar load is so high that the body has to store that sugar. And what it does is the liver, all that sugar goes to the liver, three sugar molecules create a triglyceride, and that triglyceride goes through the bloodstream, goes to the fat cell, and grows the fat cells. And you know what it does is the body has to produce more blood vessels, and puts more stress on the heart. You know, and that creates a whole other complex. But that adipose tissue grows and grows and grows, and that's where these two hormones come into play. And on the green part there, so insulin, we increase carbohydrate load, insulin goes up. If chronic receptors are damaged, it becomes insulin resistance. Glucose does not enter the tissues. So insulin's like the key to get the energy, get the glucose in the body. So increased fat storage, the body has to put it somewhere, so it's got to take it out of the system, and it's going to put it in the fat cells. Now on the other hand, when those fat cells grow, they're an endocrine organ. So they're going to secrete this hormone called leptin. And leptin is actually a good hormone that tells your body to burn fat, to go get fat for energy. But when leptin receptors are damaged in your hypothalamus, in your brain, you can't burn more fat. You can't do it. And so it disrupts that. And I like to use analogies because that's the way I learn. So my kids, what happens is, so there's some Saturdays and Sundays where like I need a nap. I get burned out, and my kids are like, okay, this is what they do to me. Dad, hey, can we go play soccer? Dad, can we go play football? Dad. And so at some point I'm just like, I can't hear them anymore. And just give me a half-hour nap, and then I'll be ready to go. So same thing with leptin is those receptors get burned out in the hypothalamus in your brain, and they can't hear it anymore. So your body can't burn more fat. So now the insulin can't go into the cell, or the sugar, the glucose, the energy can't go into the cell, and it's going to all the storage, and your body can't hear to burn more fat. So you're stuck. And how many times I call it the cravings, right? If you talk to people and they get the cravings, well, I call it the yips. I get the yips. And when I grew up, I got the yips. I always tell 2 stories. My favorite thing was cereal, the Cinnamon Life cereal in the morning, and skim milk, and I'd put table sugar on that thing, and then I'd eat the cereal, tip the bowl up, drink, feeling me, you know what I'm talking about? That's what I did every single morning, and it was so bad. I love you, Mom, but that was not good. And then the other one, my other yip, was we'd go to the Hostess store. The Hostess, the cupcakes and Twinkies, and we had this big red car called I think it was a Pontiac, maybe a Bonneville. Anybody remember those cars? But it had this gigantic trunk. And we would go to the store and fill that thing up with Hostess bags and bags of Hostess products. And so I'd get the yips, and I'd be going down to the basement, going to the freezer, and pulling out those. My favorite was those, the chocolate ones where there's the crust around the pies and the chocolate in the middle. But that was the yips, right? And that's what happens to people. They're on their way to work, and they say, yep, I gotta stop in and get the coffee and donut. Yep, at noon I got my coworkers say, hey, let's go get lunch. Yep, let's go get McDonald's and a Coke. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're starting to crash again. Yep, I need to go get a Mountain Dew at night. Yep, I need more ice cream. So the yips. Stay away from the yips. But it happens. That's everyday life. And that's what people are going through. That's what your family, friends, people in your town are going through. So we got to break that cycle. And how does that happen? We we gotta get rid of that cycle. So insulin, we know that insulin is very, very important. I think everybody's familiar with that, but it can be very toxic when that insulin resistance happens to other tissues in your body. And one of them is the liver. Cholesterol goes up, triglycerides go up, the liver gets damaged, the filter doesn't filter the way it should, the fat cells grow and grow and grow and secrete more insulin. The muscle tissue, it can't get the glucose into the muscles to work, so those muscles get tired, they get sore, they get injured more easily. The normal cell, normal function, if you look on the right there, the red is the glucose, the insulin's like the key. It attaches to the cell and allows the glucose to come in to feed the mitochondria in the body to go through the Krebs cycle, and ATPs come out. They're called adenosine triphosphates, and that's where the energy comes from. If you can get to that point and feed those mitochondria where you get ATPs out, that's where you get energy. That's where people's running around. Who do you think has the most ATPs in this room? Robbie! Yeah, that's who has the most ATPs. Robbie does. But that's normal function. But when you have leptin resistance and insulin resistance, they don't work. And then you get tired. You get fatigued. You can't get up in the morning. The person that just can't do anything anymore. They're shot. And they have no energy. And they come home not just on the weekends, every single night, and their kids are saying, hey, Dad, hey, will you go play this with me? And they can't do it. Because of those hormones are off. So another illustration of what happens in the bloodstream. There's a whole bunch of sugar molecules. It's got to go to the fat cells. Those insulin receptors are jacked up. They don't work. The keys don't work. Glucose doesn't get in the body, so you're craving. And that happens all the time. And this is where we can enter the transformation camp. And this is what you go back to homeostasis, the law of homeostasis, and how this can help. So we have the alkali, and I covered some of this in the breakout, but we have the alkali that you get the minerals in, and your body's nothing but energy, positive and negative ions. And if we can get the alkali, those positive ions in your interstitial fluid, and you've seen the video where it's time released, it gets in your body. And you see it can get in there and start shrinking the fat cells, so that's going to decrease the leptin secretion, which is going to start rebuilding the brain, rebuilding those the receptors in the hypothalamus. And that's where the magic happens. Because who's got somebody on the kit, though, like the first couple weeks, they're like, I don't know if I can do this. This sucks. Like my energy, I'm getting headaches and all they're going through the detox. But what happens week 3? They text you and say, what the heck just happened to me? Because now I have energy and I can't believe it. I haven't felt this good in years. That's what's happening is at the hormone levels, those receptors are getting rebuilt. They're getting rebuilt so the body can start burning fat. Instead of getting the yips, getting the cravings, your body's going to your own fat cells to burn energy. It's taking it to the liver to give you the energy instead of constantly those cravings, the yips. And that's what's amazing about it. It's just like if I cut my arm open, if I slice my arm open, it's going to heal. Well, those receptors can heal too. It just takes time. You got to give it time, and you got to give it the right nutrients to get in homeostasis. Then we have the pure for your gut, for your liver. You got to keep those microbes happy in your gut so it can heal. The new Resolve product, which enhances that gut, because now you have prebiotics that's going to feed the microorganisms in your gut. It helps stabilize the blood glucose levels. It doesn't absorb as fast, so it's not going to spike the insulin up and down. Homeostasis. It's going to keep the body in homeostasis. Then we have the Yes Shake. So the protein amino acid profile in whey is incredible. It's got high levels of cysteine. It's going to help antioxidant production. It's going to keep your liver clean. And then we have the Passion. My favorite, my Passion. Can't live without it. Actually, I forgot it when I was on land, and that's why I was so tired last night on the plane, because I didn't have it. I missed a day. But it's got the B vitamins. The B vitamins in the Krebs cycle, that's the little keys. Every one of them is a little key to help drive that mitochondria so you can produce those ATPs, so you can be energized and you can be full of energy, be vital right when you wake up in the morning and ready to take on the day, take on the kids, take on work, take on the world. And if you have the right nutrients going in your body, you can stay in homeostasis and the body can function the way it's supposed to. We're designed to be healthy. We're designed to be that way. But just like Carlos said, we got to do our part. We got to do our part. We got to put the good nutrients in so that can happen. I want to close with this quote, couple quotes of mine that I really like. My second favorite one, I'm going to close on that one, but my first one, I didn't thank my wife laying me down here because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be up here. So I want to thank my wife, Katie. And then she hates this quote because I say, off your ass, on your feet, out of the shade, in the heat, every morning. But my second favorite one is, the devil whispered in my ear, you cannot survive the storm.
I am the storm.
But I whispered back to the devil, I am the storm!